Are we moving forward or just suffering in a loop? Is history a story of progress or a repetition of pain? Two philosophers stand on opposite sides of this question: Schopenhauer, the prophet of pessimism, and Hegel, the architect of progress. Let's dive into their battle of ideas. For Hegel, the world is not chaotic, it is rational. Everything that happens, wars, revolutions, even suffering, has a purpose. He believed in what he called the dialectic. Every idea creates its opposite, and from their conflict emerges a higher truth. History, according to Hegel, is the story of human freedom expanding. From ancient empires to modern societies, humanity is gradually becoming more aware of its own freedom and reason. Even pain for Hegel is not meaningless, it is necessary. It pushes humanity forward. So in Hegel's eyes, the world is not broken, it is becoming. Now enter Schopenhauer, and everything changes. For Schopenhauer, the world is not driven by reason, but by a blind, irrational force he called the will. This will is endless desire. And desire, he argued, is the root of suffering. Think about it. When you want something, you suffer until you get it. When you get it, you feel temporary relief, then boredom, then new desire. It's an endless cycle. For Schopenhauer, life is not progress, it's repetition, not growth, but craving. He rejected Hegel completely. In fact, he openly criticized him, calling his philosophy empty optimism. To Schopenhauer, history doesn't improve, humans don't fundamentally change. We are trapped in the same patterns of desire, conflict, and dissatisfaction. So here is the clash. Hegel says, suffering has meaning, it leads to progress. Schopenhauer says, suffering is the essence of life, it leads nowhere. Hegel sees a ladder, Schopenhauer sees a wheel. One believes in evolution of spirit, the other believes in the repetition of pain. Look at the world today. We have technology, medicine, global communication, things Hegel would call signs of progress. But we also have anxiety, loneliness, endless competition, things Schopenhauer would recognize instantly. So ask yourself, are we truly progressing or just upgrading our suffering? Maybe both philosophers are right in their own way. Perhaps the world does move forward externally, but internally the human condition remains the same. Hegel gives us hope, Schopenhauer gives us honesty. One tells us that history has a purpose, the other reminds us that life is filled with struggle. And maybe the truth lies somewhere in between. Because even if progress is real, it doesn't erase suffering. And even if suffering is constant, it doesn't mean change is impossible. So are we progressing or just enduring? That question is still unanswered. Think about it and decide for yourself. Are you living in Hegel's world or Schopenhauer's?